Hello again, guys, and welcome back to the Poetry of Nice. This is Carly. I'm giving you a sales update today for my Etsy shop and my eBay shop. This is actually a 1 week sales update today. I'm going to try and do it every week rather than every 2 weeks if I can get my act together. And happy 4th of July for everybody who celebrates. Okay, let's get stuck in. So starting with most recent this week on Etsy, this is a pair of vintage rainbow suspenders that I picked up at a yard sale this last Saturday. Picked them up for $1 and they sold within about 20 minutes of me listing them for $24.95 via paid shipping. This is a tray that I've had almost from way back in March when I first started hitting up the yard sales when the season started. I thought it was really beautiful anyway, this really cute like fall scene thing happening. It did have some wear on the back. I picked it up for $1.50 at a yard sale and it sold for $12.95 via paid shipping. This is a set of 3 like wooden canisters for a kitchen, I guess for like flour, sugar, and whatever else people store. But I did end up putting them in my sale. I put them in like my kind of summer sale clearance section, because it just wasn't getting a lot of interest, a lot of views and stuff. And anyway, I picked them up. I think I paid $4 at a thrift store. I would not probably pay that again for sure. But anyway, they sold for $22.46 on sale and via paid shipping. This is something that I love, but I got a lot of likes on it, but it took a while to sell. It took a good few months for it to sell. It kind of sat there for a while and hung out. I got this in an estate sale and had a lot of cool little knickknacks. So when everybody was like fighting each other over clothing and appliances and things like that, I was kind of hitting up this little section of knickknacks, and I found so many things like this, and I've made over $100 now just from those little bits and pieces that I found that were just really awesome and really, I wouldn't say unique because this was, I'm sure, mass produced at the time, but not terribly common and just super cool and retro stuff that people seem to tend to like. Anyway, after rambling, I actually paid $1 for this at the estate sale and it sold for $14.95 via paid shipping. Okay, this is just like a collection of 4 rabbit craft patterns. They were all uncut and they were all factory folded still. This one, as you can see, is not the exact same brand as the rest of them, but anyway, they did fine. I actually ended up paying, I have so many of these patterns. I went on like a free-for-all at a thrift store once. I think I picked up like 70 of them for 79 cents a piece. So I'm like drowning in these patterns, but they do sell steadily for me. Now that I'm lotting them together with like and like, I'm doing a little bit better. Anyway, so I would say altogether I spent about $3.20 on these 4 patterns and I sold them for $14.95 via paid shipping. This Danny the Dinosaur book from 1958, I picked this up just a couple of weeks ago for 30 cents at a yard sale and I sold it for $9.95 via paid shipping. Little vintage Avon bumblebee stud earrings. I picked these up for $1 at a kind of yard estate sale. I know it was this lady's mother's and she had so much Avon stuff, which I picked it up at the time thinking it was all really cute and vintage, which it is, but it's also a dime a dozen. So you live, you learn, but it is slowly making its way out of my inventory and into the world. Anyway, so I sold these for $12.95 via paid shipping. And that was it for Etsy this week. It was slow. The summer, oh my goodness, it has definitely slowed down in the month of June. I'm kind of preparing myself mentally for it being that way in July. But that's okay. That is okay. It will pick up and I will be ready with lots of listings and inventory. Okay, eBay. Sold this today, actually. I picked this up at the same estate sale that I picked up that little Walt Disney tray. So funnily enough, I paid $1 for this as well. There's a few little markings down there, as you can see. This is like a canvas, almost like a vinyl tote, like a shopping tote, with this cool like bumblebee pattern. It's definitely vintage. It's actually made in the UK, which is kind of cool. And it's this brand Ulsters here, and I could not find this Daffy Bees pattern that was marked on it anywhere. I just couldn't find it, so I threw it up for like around the, as you can see, they're almost $30 marks, but it sat and sat, so I ended up taking an offer of $17 and I paid $2.60 in shipping. Sold this one sheet of unused factory folded Beatrix Potter gift wrap. As you can see, you got all your classic characters there. It was really a beautiful piece of gift wrap, piece of paper, and it sold for $12.99, this one sheet, with the buyer paying $2.83 in shipping. I picked this up on Saturday and it was in my haul video. It's already sold. Yay. Just like those suspenders. That was on Saturday too. Anyway, so this was a huge lot of vintage Fisher Price dolls. I guess it was the Loving Family. Some awesome person who watched my video gave me a heads up on that so I could research even better. And there was loads and loads of pieces and some really cool unique pieces, like, you know, vacuum cleaners and ironing boards and sand castles. I don't know. It was cool. Anyway, I picked up this massive thing all in a big bag for $2 at a yard sale, and I actually ended up taking a best offer of $45, and buyer paid shipping as well, because, you know, I have stuff to pay, and $2 into $45 in less than a day, I'm okay with that. That is okay. Oh, and I picked this up on Saturday as well, and that sold in like, oh my goodness, an hour. Go figure. I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. It was definitely an older one. There's a little bit of wear here and there and stuff, but it was, you know, it was pretty good. And I actually took a best offer of $15 with the buyer paying shipping, because, you know, it's a Pizza Hut hat. And like, while it's cool, I didn't really feel like sitting on it for, you know, another 6 months until the next person thought that it was awesome as well. I couldn't find anything like it. So, you know, maybe it's rare and collectible. I don't know. But I paid $1. I made 15. I'm okay. This, I thought this would go so much faster. I love this. This is from the 1950s. It's Boy Scouts of America, and it's like a travel utility bag, as you can see here. It's got like space for like soaps and combs and brushes and all this kind of stuff. It's got this name in here, and I don't know, I thought it was really awesome, but it just sat and sat. It's been in my shop now for like 3 months. It keeps getting relisted. Anyway, I took a best offer finally of $25, and I paid $2.45 in shipping. I got these maybe last month at some point at a church rummage sale. I think for all 5 of them, I paid 25 cents a piece. So for $1.25 in total at the most, it was probably less. And they were really beautiful, or at least I thought they were. Some really gorgeous illustrations. You can actually see some of the covers like here. They were just really stunning. They were all from like the 1950s, 1960s, and these Alice and Jerry books. It's like a series. But anyway, they sat for a little while and obviously take up a little bit of space to store. I do not have that much storage space, so I took a best offer of $30 in the end for these, and I paid about $5 and a cent in media mail shipping. But again, like around about $1 into $45 when all is said and done is okay with me. This sold for full asking price. Is a Pink Panther 1993, I want to say, tie, a necktie. So anyway, yeah. It only sat there for about a month. I paid $1.50 in a thrift store for it. Like I said, sold for $30, and I paid $2.45 in shipping. This was something we had laying around the house. I may have mentioned to you guys that we're getting ready to go on a Disney vacation. Well, that is postponed for another year, because we suddenly got like crazy super psyched, gazelle intense, whatever, and we are getting rid of any lingering debt that we have kind of hanging around our necks like a millstone right now. So everything that I earn in this business right now is going straight towards paying off that debt, and we are doing it at such a cool rate right now. I get so excited with every cha-ching that I hear, because I know that we are busting through this thing. So anyway, we've been going through the things in our house, gathering what we don't use and throwing it on here alongside stuff. So I will tell you when it's that stuff and not stuff that I have sourced. This is one of those. So it was obviously an internal DVD CD writer. It was never used, still new in box. And I actually took a best offer on this. Oh gosh, I think I took $25 in the end for this by paid shipping. I got this just a couple of weeks ago for $2.50. It's this vintage like knife slicer combo thing. And I took a best offer for this for $16.99 by paid shipping. This was one of those days where I was barely selling anything, and I totally took a lowball offer and just smacked my head against the wall afterwards. But anyway, I took $10 for this. It's only been listed for a month, but it's so big to store. It was complete, it's a good game. I mean, they do go for more. They do go for around the $20 max, but with it not being near Christmas and stuff, they move a little slower. The buyer did pay shipping as well, but I paid $5 for this at a yard sale, which is way too much. I would not do that again. So I pretty much broke even when all is said and done. I mean, I think I made like $4, $4. $4 I didn't have before, but nope. Okay, these were a pair of obviously Harry Potter eyeglasses. This came with a Harry Potter costume lot that I bought. I bought the whole lot for $8. So I imagine these probably cost around the 50-cent mark. They were open, but they were in the original box. It was Warner Brothers, so official merchandise. They sold for $5.99 with buyer paying shipping. A Sonic the Hedgehog snapback hat. I thought it was cool. Unfortunately, I got it home and I hadn't realized when I was there that it smelled so badly of cigarette smoke. Oh my goodness. So originally I had it up for $24.99 and I did everything I could, freezer, hanging outside, Febreze, blah, 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 whatever. And I couldn't wash it because of this original sticker down here. So I just dropped my price and just full disclosure to the buyer. It smells like smoke. And someone bought it for $9.99 and paid shipping. So $1 into 10, it's okay. It's not a waste. This is a Prada, obviously, glasses case that I bought, which I think maybe last weekend, I think. I got it for 5 cents, a nickel. That's what the sticker on it said. It was genuine, and this sold overnight when I listed it for $9.99 with buyer paying shipping. This is another pair of boys swim shorts at Toy Story. I paid $1 for these, sold them for $7.99 with buyer paying shipping. Thank goodness. I have one pair left that needs to just leave me. Again, would not do these again. I thought I could lock them up together and then realized my sizes were a little off. So, you live, you learn. That's okay. Another lot of Berenstain Bears books. I got these just last week as well. There was 17 here, unlike the 30 I had the other day. Pretty good condition, some vintage, a couple a little bit more recent, and they sold for full asking price of $24.99 with buyer paying shipping. And these are a huge lot of crayons, so it was around about the £4 mark. So I got a big old bag of crayons from a woman who gave me a free vintage Disney lunchbox a while ago, and then I found another bag, so maybe half was that lady gave me for free, and then another half was 25 cents at a rummage sale last week, I think it was. So I just threw them all together, about £4 worth, and someone bought them for $20. It was free shipping. I managed to stuff them, cram them all into a flat rate padded envelope, and they're already broken because they're just melting down and stuff, as you can see here. So it was fine that they were just kind of wedged in there. It wasn't too bad, and I've already had positive feedback. She was very happy. But anyway, sold them for $20. And last but not least, there's another thing lying around. This would have gone for so much more. It was so frustrating. It would have gone for the 40, 50 mark, but this little thing down here, if you can see this DC Universe thing that's hanging out there, should have been up here, and it made its way off in storage. So it ended up going at auction for $9.99 with buyer paying shipping. Okay, and I'll give you my final numbers. So for this last week, that's the end of June going into the 4th of July weekend. After this is Etsy and eBay, and after all fees are taken into account, so that's any shipping fees that I paid, any listing fees or final value fees that I paid on each site, and also the cost of each individual item when I bought it. The very final amount that I made this last week is $361.37. So, for a holiday weekend and for the middle of summer, I'm pretty happy with that. That's okay. For 1 week, that'll do. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more haul videos, sales videos, and more Etsy videos. And guys, I hope you have an amazing holiday weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.